Hey Victory Kids, what's up? Pastor Dan here. So glad you're here. It's July and we start a brand new series called One. Let's all say it together. Everybody say one. Yeah, one. The reason we're calling it One is because we're going to talk about how one person, you, me, can make a difference in the lives of many. And all you have to do is say, yes, God, I'll do it. Like Isaiah. Now, we're going to be talking about this verse, Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8, for the whole month. So we're going to say this together. We're going to be saying it every single week because it's one of the most important verses about letting God use our life. Isaiah 6:8 says this, I heard the voice of the Master, of Jesus, saying, who shall I send? Who will go for us? And Isaiah spoke up and he said, I'll go, send me. One person, Isaiah, spoke up and said, God, if nobody else goes, I will go. And that is what we are going to talk about this month. It's an entire month about how you, no matter how old you are or how young you are, no matter if you're a boy or a girl, rich or not rich, no matter what your grades are, no matter what people have said about you, we're going to talk about how God can use you if you say yes to change the lives of many. So buckle up. July is going to be an amazing month as we talk about one. Now in this series, One, for this month of July, we're going to start out the best way we know how, talking about the one most important person in all of the universe. And you probably guessed it, his name is Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. Jesus was the one person who has made the biggest impact. Now listen, remember, we're talking about how one person can make a difference in the lives of many, and Jesus did just that. He was one person, but that one person paid for the sins of all humanity, of every person, for you and for me. So we're going to start off talking about him. One person, Jesus. Now, Jesus said something very interesting about himself in John chapter 14 and verse 6. Here's what he said. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. In other words, there is nobody else but me. I am the one. Not just one of a bunch of different people, but the one. If you want to know what way to go, what way to live in life, follow me. Follow Jesus. If you want to know the truth in life, what is truth? Jesus is truth. If you want true life, real life, a life of joy and love and peace, Jesus is the answer to that life. And he said it in John chapter 14 and verse 6. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the one. Not one of many, but the one. As a matter of fact, there's only one way for you and for me to become a Christian. Everyone say the word Christian. Yeah, there's only one way for you to become a Christian. All that means is like Christ, and that's to confess with our mouth that Jesus is Lord. Now, we don't use the word Lord very much. You don't use it, I don't use it, but let's all say it together. Every boy, every girl in the room, let's say Lord. Yeah, Lord. Lord simply means this. Jesus is in charge. He's number one in your life, and he's number one in my life. Now, he just doesn't all of a sudden become Lord of your life. You and I have to make a decision. Jesus made a decision while he was on the earth to answer the call that God had for him. As a matter of fact, Jesus made this type of decision. He said, God, I choose to let you use my life to change the life of others. And that's the decision that you and I are going to make this month. Or maybe you're going to make that decision today. So let's all say it together. Say, I choose to let God use my life to change the life of others. Yeah, come on, let's say it loud. Say, I choose to let God use my life to change the life of others. Yeah, and so Isaiah chapter 6 verse 8 is not just talking about Isaiah. Jesus responded the same way. He said, God, I don't want to go to the cross. He was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. God, I don't want to go to the cross. But not what I want to do, God, but I choose what you want me to do. And you and I get to make that same choice. The voice of the Master is saying to you, who will we send? Who will go for us? And you and I get to answer, I'll go, Lord, send me. Just like Jesus did. God, I choose to let you use my life to change the life of others.